Hey everybody, welcome to the show today. It's Elijah Lewis with Florida in Motion Realty, filling in for Kim Hawk, the fairy godmother of real estate, for Near Disney. Hope that you subscribe and enjoy. And yes, I know that it is time for me to get a haircut. I can usually tell when my hair gets like so big that it starts blocking our branding, but I'll have to go and take care of that later, because Kim Hawk has bestowed upon me her trusty magic wand so that I can take over some of the duties for bringing you the happily ever after. She calls me her Disney nickname, the Prince of Real Estate. And, whenever I am on the throne in the studio today, I call myself the king, or sometimes I feel like Captain Kirk sitting at the Enterprise chair here. So we've got a great show for you today. We're going to continue our series highlighting things to do in the area besides just the theme parks. We're going to host Orlando Beyond the Parks, where I am going to actually be on camera showing you the areas that are great for the cyclist lifestyle. Last week, we talked about kayaking, and so we're going to go to a whole new area of activity with the show today. And then we're going to go into talking some more about just the market. We like to regroup at the end of the week here for the Friday show for you. And we had a chance to get Kim on the camera as well before she left on her vacation out to Italy for her birthday. She really appreciated everyone who reached out and supported her. Her request last week for her birthday was to have everyone do what they could to donate to Florida disaster relief after that hurricane that came and went. Really appreciate everyone reaching out. So, yeah. I just want to get going here. You're always free to reach out to any of us. All of our numbers on the Dream Team are there when we're going over our Central Florida real estate. We specialize within a 25-mile radius of Cinderella's Castle. So please watch and enjoy this segment of Florida, Orlando, Beyond the Parks. Hey, it's Elijah with Florida in Motion Realty and Near Disney. When most people think of Central Florida, the theme parks are usually top of mind. The world comes to see Disney, Universal, SeaWorld for family fun. But there's so much more life beating in the heart of Orlando than you may know. So we're doing a series to highlight Orlando Beyond the Parks and how adrenaline junkies have more ways to get a rush than just roller coasters. Bikes have been my go-to recreation for all my life. I know many people with an athletic passion see biking as a lifestyle. And when they decide where to buy a home, they're first going to consider if a community is good for cycling. So let's scope out some of the best areas for cycling near Disney. Today we're adventuring in West Orange Trail, Orlando's largest paved bike path. With over 30 miles of trail and just 17 miles from downtown Orlando, it's a hub for bikes, skateboards, segways, all kinds of exercise on wheels. You can always bring your own bike or set off from a number of the trail stations. We're starting at Killarney. Just rent a bike by the hour, or plenty of stores can hook you up with some wheels. All the employees are just so friendly and ready to assist you with the bike for your needs, or recommend which trail fits the experience that you want to have. There's something for everybody. You can just get from A to B, riding in comfort and leisure. That's what I'm doing today to start your adventure. As you know, 30 miles of trail is a long way, and you're going to want to think ahead and plan your stops. Also remember to bring sunscreen, because there are some places where it's good to have a bike lock. You can just kind of lock it up, and because there's some really cool destinations that are kind of foot traffic only, like here, the Oakland Nature Preserve, where you can take the Amman Pavilion Trail. Now, this will give you a chance to see some of the wildlife as well as you're on your way, and hook you up with some really cool ways to make nature your gym, as the sign says. You hear about all kinds of wildlife seen by people on the trail. You might spot bald eagles. Some people talk about peacocks. Some people talk about emu farms. I think we're passing a chicken farm right now. And Disney fans, you might even see Bambi, the deer, as you're passing along the way. If If you want to know more about the Winter Garden area where we're taking this long journey, you can always click on our other video that we did with Near Disney, where 𝐾𝐈𝐒, the fairy godmother of real estate, gives you a tour of the area of downtown Winter Garden, tells you a little about the history, as well as highlights some of the community where you might think about investing in real estate. So we finally made it to our destination, downtown Winter Garden, where the bikes can still just keep on passing through the trail, but it's a perfect stop if you're not planning to go all the way through it. You could keep going through Apopka, Claremont, Lake Mineola, Lake Apopka, you know, so many sights to see along the way. So as for me, I'm calling it good now, getting a bite to eat, grab a cup of coffee. But apart from just Winter Garden, there's other places that are just as cool for bike hubs. So I want to be able to highlight for you Celebration, Florida's options for biking, hardcore and leisurely in the town that Disney built. Let's go check it out. Here in Celebration, the town that Disney built, they take biking super seriously as well. So much so, in fact, that they've depicted it in the logo for the town. So we're going to be taking advantage of cruising along on this sunny day, some of the miles of bikeable paths that they've got. It's opportunity to ride by beautiful little lakes and ponds, through wooded trails on paths and forested areas. Lots of opportunities for the biking lifestyle. So let's take a ride. Now, if you're deciding how to start your biking journey in Celebration, they also have opportunities to rent a bike as well. Just behind there at the beautiful Bohemian Hotel, there's a cool little space where you can rent bikes by the hour, like we just did in the West Orange Trail. That's one way. Otherwise, bring your own bike and go off and set sail yourself. This is one of the more leisurely trails that you can take in Celebration to get the sort of cityscape going on. As you know, that Walt Disney himself always had a dream to make a livable town, a city that he originally visioned as Epcot for a community. But in the end, Epcot became the theme park, and Michael Eisner made it so that Celebration became the town that fulfilled his dream. And with the beautiful architecture and parks and lakesides that we're getting a chance to ride by here, it is a beautiful fulfillment of that dream and the Disney magic. Now we're riding by a cool little iconic area of Celebration. This lovely lake is called Lake Evelyn, and it's actually got kind of a funny story to how it got its name. Sounds very poetic and beautiful and rolls off the tongue, but according to the story, when Celebration was being plotted out, the ponds and lakes areas were just kind of marked off numerically before they got names, Lake 1, Lake 2, and this was Lake 11. But they say that there was an infamous typo here, and it was spelled Lake Evelyn instead of 11. And the people who were in charge of the planning committees looked at it and said, you know, that actually sounds pretty. And they kept the typo, but added the Lake Evelyn with a beautiful Y to make it look all the more pretty. So that's the story of a happy accident that led to this name. On the trail, you get to pass through some of the more beautiful residential neighborhoods in Celebration. We're coming up on Mirasol, one of the most prestigious condo associations in the town. It's been built to look like a beautiful Mediterranean resort with its aesthetic. Feel free to check out our YouTube video that we recorded on this channel to highlight this awesome condo association and the floor plans and lifestyles that's available when you live here. I like this house. Definitely looks like something out of a Disney movie. Golf is another huge lifestyle and celebration, the town that Disney built. And when you're taking the scenic route on your bike down the paths as well, you get a chance to drive by the Celebration Golf Club Great Gatsby yellow car. That's iconic. This course was built as a collaboration between the famous Robert Trent Jones Sr. and Jr. It was the last one they did. It's a beautiful course that gives you all kinds of great views when you're taking the bike out. Enjoy the Windmill Restaurant and maybe even the gift shop. Another one of my favorite biking detours is Water Street in downtown Celebration. As you may be able to tell, they designed this to have the look and feel of those iconic, beautiful bridges over the water in Amsterdam. I think they captured that essence very well. I think it's a great place to stop our biking tour for today. Showed you some great areas. I hope you get a chance to go out and visit them yourself. If you're interested in these communities, you can always reach out and give me a call, and I can get in touch with you about the best place for the cyclist lifestyle in Central Florida as well.
Hey you guys, can you imagine being able to be out on a bicycle and enjoying this beautiful weather today?
I'm all for it.
Yes, me too.
I can imagine it. I was there.
You know, I love there's so many different options in Central Florida, and it's just kind of cool. You guys, what I'm trying to do is I want our audience to get to know my dream team. I have the best, amazing realtor group of anybody, and they all have their special loves, their special personalities. And so we were able to enjoy Belle's beautiful video last week talking about Colorado Springs and kayaking and all that fun stuff. And today, biking from the Prince of Real Estate. So let's go ahead and do introductions. Belle, you want to start?
Sure. Hi, everybody.
I've asked them to start putting their hands up now because I'm always pointing in the wrong direction. So and we've got Elijah Lewis, the Prince of Real Estate.
Great to be here as always.
And we have the fairy goddaughter of real estate, Chelsea.
Hi, guys.
And of course we have Cinderella, Virginia.
Hey, everyone.
So how's your all's week been going?
It's been good. Pretty busy, actually. A lot going on.
So talk to me about, I know you guys have a lot of listings that are going on. And Belle, talk to me a little bit about Brookhurst. Tell us about all the fun stuff with Brookhurst.
Sure. Yeah. Brookhurst has been great. It's an Encore Reunion, which is a luxury gated resort style community here near the heart of Disney. You're only about 10 minutes away from the gates, which is super great if you're looking to come and vacation with your family, or if you're looking to use it as a short-term rental opportunity for people who come from all over the world to visit Disney here in Orlando. And the house itself features 11 bedrooms and 10 bathrooms. 9 of those are en suite, which is very convenient for large groups of people. We have lots of different themed bedrooms. It's fully furnished down to the forks and knives. It's got a pool and a spa outside with a great area for entertaining, and it's on a corner lot. So it really has great privacy within the community, and it's a great place to entertain and bring all your friends and family.
I love that. And what's the price on that again? What's the price on that one?
That one is $1,050,000.
And that is the most economically priced as of the moment property reunion and Encore that's 10 bedrooms or more. And as we all know, the more bedrooms you have, the better higher rents that you can get, obviously. And I think it's exciting too. Orlando International Airport now has the C terminal. I'm going to call it the Celebration Terminal, is now open. So our friends from the UK are starting to come back, and it's exactly the type of product that they're looking for.
And we've got a lot of great information if you guys are looking to use it for an investment opportunity. We've done a lot of research on the different property management options and what may be the perfect glass slipper for you in that situation, because we all know that they are very subjective and everyone has their own little nuances. So we're here to help you, guide you through those and get you with a good fit for that if that's something you're interested in.
Perfectly said. So make sure you point out your phone number. I think I've got it written right underneath of there we go. Make sure everybody gets to see your number. So you guys want to call Belle and talk more about that. And Chelsea, I'm excited because, I think we've got this upcoming panel that our team's going to be a part of for the Disney cast members. There's over 60,000 Disney cast members, and we're so excited and honored that we've been asked to be the preferred realtors for them through the Disney Credit Union. And so you just happened to get a listing in one of the counties that I understand 30% of the Disney cast members like to live in, right?
I do. It's actually in Lake County, which seems to be the spot that a lot of Disney cast members are moving to. It is in Claremont. It's actually on a quiet cul-de-sac. It's 1154 Freeman Circle. It's on a super quiet oak-lined cul-de-sac, so tons of shade. Corner lot, half acre, 1,500 square feet. And there's tons of space in the backyard, fenced-in backyard for your pets or kids. Room to expand if you really wanted to as well. That lot offers a lot. The home itself is move-in ready if you wanted it to be, but there is plenty of space for reimagining as well to make it exactly what you want.
Yeah, I love that. And so Chelsea's number is right by her as well. So if anybody's looking for something under $500,000 with a half an acre of land, you need to call her right away because that is not going to last very long, right? And then on the other end of the spectrum, our team has gotten a very nice high-end estate. So Cinderella and Prince, do you want to tell us what else is cooking with you guys?
Yeah, I think we're very excited to be a part of the sale of one of the most beautiful estates in one of the most desirable neighborhoods in the city of Celebration, built by Disney. That's 312 Acadia Lane. It looks as beautiful as it sounds. Gigantic estate home that has the primo location that is showcased so well. It's one of those it's best kind of floor plan, because as soon as you walk in the door, you are just hit with the stunning view. It is a pond, and then looking out on an island of like golf course view activity, and then kind of like the greenery back set against that. So you just get all of that as your kind of panorama as you walk in and see that that's your yard space. But it's also just a home that's been reimagined. I'll keep borrowing that awesome word, just from the ground up. These are just the most high-end people with the best taste who own it, and they've put every little bit of pixie dust into making it as contemporary and desirable and luxurious as possible. That open floor plan, knocking down the walls to achieve that look, creating this amazing chef's kitchen with the highest end appliances and backsplash material and beautiful flooring going in throughout. That kind of first floor primary owner's suite that has tons of space, gigantic dressing room, closet, and then you go upstairs and multiple bedrooms left, two sitting areas. It's going to come with a very amazing pool table that's going to stay with it, and just it's all the kind of touches ups that you just would love to see in a home that is going to be priced at just right around 2.8.
Yeah. And Cinderella was telling me, it's nearly 6,300 square feet. That sounds right, Cinderella?
And yeah, it's a big house, and you're not kidding when you call it an estate home. And the owners, you can tell that the kitchen is an important thing for them in their lives. So you see a lot of thought put into the decisions that they made when they reimagined it. And it's also one of these, like Elijah was saying, these great homes that when you walk in, you kind of get the feel of this, the perfectly placed glass walls and windows. So you really have like this open feeling when you walk in, and the view is spectacular.
Yeah. And then I think, didn't you say there's a movie theater or something in there, Cinderella? I think, is that all outfitted? Is it all like push and play kind of thing?
Yeah, the movie theater is kind of like, you can, when you move in, you could watch a movie that night.
Yeah. I think it was like 800 movies or something like that. And
that's amazing.
Yeah, sometimes you don't think of it. They come it's good when they come programmed and outfitted into the units with a bunch of movies you can already just put in, so you don't need to have a gigantic closet full of physical DVDs necessarily. So yeah, good.
Oh yeah.
Good to bring that up, Kim. These theater rooms are still really, really enjoyable.
Yeah, they're all digital now, so it's great.
Yeah, exactly. And then, I think another big benefit that you and I had spoken about is having 2 bedroom, primary on the first floor, which is great, but having another ensuite on the first floor is not a normal thing in celebration, and I love that, right? We had talked about, grandma comes to visit. It's kind of nice to have another bedroom on the first floor. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great option for people who have, multi-generation and, want to be all on one level or, don't want to deal with the stairs. So it's great to have that option.
Yeah. And another reason why you and I liked it so much was they had that wine room. Remember that wine collection for the red wine, and then they've got the white wines, and you're our wine girl getting ready to show us some cool stuff about wine shops that are in Central Florida. I'm looking forward to seeing your video coming up because your husband and you have lived in France and wine. I can't wait to see your video coming out.
Yeah, me too. There's just a lot of cool things that, that's why we're doing these videos that people might not be aware of for, lifestyle in the Orlando area.
Yeah.
Just cool places that we can tell people about.
Yeah. And I think, Chelsea, you're going to be talking about glamping. So
I am. It's coming up. There's a couple good spots around the area that are worth checking out. So you guys will have to wait and see.
I've learned so much from all of you at all times, because I remember back in the day, it was like camping. My idea of camping is anything that's below the 5th floor in a nice hotel type of thing, And so now you got glamping. So I'm like, is that going to encourage me to go out there? Can I get my blow dryer out there? I don't know. I can.
You can. And at some of these places, you definitely could make that happen. So, but some of them are more of just being able to step away and be out in nature and still be comfortable. Because pitching a tent for some people just isn't a thing. So there's some really great spots that have some great things to offer as far as glamping goes. They're a little bit further out, which you guys will see, but they're still worth going, even if it's like a cute date night type thing, or if you're taking your family out on a weekend vacation. There's some really good options around the area where you don't have to go far. So
right. I love it. So, and this team, this magical dream team of mine, they are getting so ensconced into doing some live streaming soon. And you guys are going to see them. I know today being October 14th, you guys were getting pretty close to Rocktoberfest.
Right.
Anybody want to talk about that?
Yeah, that's on the 22nd in downtown Celebration. And it's just a really fun atmosphere. There's a lot of, restaurant vendors are out on the streets and they do the fake leaf falling. I think every hour on the hour for, from 6 to 9. And there's music and it's a really fun event. And the weather is starting to cool down. So it's a lot more enjoyable to be out there.
And I think we're going to have an opportunity to actually bring you into the presence of some of the main attractions for Rocktoberfest. There, one of the lead acts is a musical duo called Fairview that just are delightful, energetic musical act that have all kinds of great Disney energy and even Disney in the subject matter of their music too. And partnering with Reggiano's, the new, exciting, delicious Italian restaurant in town, where there'll be a setup where you can have a kind of a meet and greet, get to know them after you watch their music, and get some autographs too. They all have a big TikTok presence as well. You may have seen them, Fairview official. So yeah, that's going to be a real fun one because we've had a chance to work with them in a real estate relationship capacity as well. So just really, really awesome when we get to deal with some cool entertainers like that.
Yes. And so you guys will be streaming that day. And when we are talking about streaming, we want to give a shout out to our partners at Streaming the Magic, because, a lot of times we are giving a lot of information in regard to real estate and lifestyle. But Streaming the Magic, which, you guys, we want to say hi because they're putting us on their show. We are going to be having a weekly show coming up soon where we're going to be answering questions, talking about, anything that audience wants to know. But there's 144,000 strong on their Facebook page. They've got over 30,000 people on their YouTube channel. And so it's very nice for them to invite us in and also teach us quite a bit about streaming. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So we'll do that. And then I think coming up soon, we've got a movie premiere that we're going to be talking about with the local artists. So there's just a lot of great stuff going on with my team. And I can't wait for you guys to see more of it. We're going to ask you to make sure that you subscribe and like to Near Disney channel. Thank you so much. Actually, YouTube had sent a letter to us saying that we're official partners with them. And it's been a real honor. We've been on air a little less than a year. And so they said typically it takes people a lot longer than a year, but it's been a real honor, I think, right? And I just look forward to everybody meeting all of you guys. You know, the riding a bike with Elijah and Winter Garden or Celebration, wherever it's going to be, or kayaking with Belle. And I can't wait for you to see what my other two gems are going to be bringing forth to you, right? All right.
Yeah, that's great.
So, guys, make sure you put in the comments what kind of videos that, if we haven't done them so far, what you'd like to see, because really our goal is we want to be providing information that you're looking for. So I know that we are working on a Lake County video because Belle grew up in Mount Dora, right?
Yep, I did. And I'm excited to get back there and show everybody what it's all about and the great little town and all of the great housing options that are around there.
Yeah. So yeah, talk to me about Mount Dora. I've been there and shopped in the downtown, and then they have the Mount Dora Inn, right? The bed and breakfast. And yeah, it's really lovely. One of my, some dear friends of ours lived on the lake there, and we used to go visit, and we would be on pontoon boats and all that stuff. It's just like a whole other world. Yeah.
It's a great area. You see a lot of people coming from all over the state as a great day trip, since there's a lot of great shopping, a ton of great restaurants, especially in the past couple years. There's been great developments. There's even one that's with a James Beard awarded chef at 1921. And so that's a fantastic restaurant to go to. There's one of my favorite Cuban places that I missed all the time that I was away from Florida. And there's so many great lakes. There's the marina where you can rent a boat for the day and go out and enjoy Lake Dora. There's just really a ton to do there. And it's a great little town. So I'm excited to show everybody.
I have a fun story. Maybe I can pull up this video, but I was on jet skis, and my husband decided to bring his very expensive camera that day. And we rolled the jet ski, and the very expensive camera went to the bottom of the lake. And I have a recording of my girlfriend on the other jet ski laughing her butt off. And it will make you laugh just from that. She was laughing so hard. So I have fond memories, even though it was a very expensive day that day.
I guess when it's not your camera, it's funny.
Yeah. Maybe Rod's memories not so
you can
fun.
both look back on it and laugh now, or she's already laughed enough about it.
Possibly.
So guys, please make sure you see all of their telephone numbers. They are people that you definitely want to be talking to, you know, especially too if you're interested in living in the town of Celebration and want to have a super high-end house. The reason why we don't have a lot of inventory in the town that Disney built is because people don't like to leave the town that Disney built. You know, they had great experiences even in bad weather and what have you, never lost power, never lost their internet. And so there's many blessings with that. And that's really an appreciative shout out to Walt Disney himself, because I think he had thought through a lot of that stuff a long time ago.
Yeah, it's funny. We see people move even around town, like they just change neighborhood within the town. Or when we recorded the 25th anniversary get together, it was amazing how many people were still in their original home. So they do love it here.
Yeah,
They leave and they come right back.
Or they do come back sometimes too. They do leave.
They do. All right. Love you guys. Thanks so much for all your hard work. And thank you to our audience again. Please, once again, subscribe and like. And we're going to be bringing a lot more cool stuff your way soon. Cool. Goodbye.
Bye. Bye, everybody.
All right. Awesome. great show as always. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Lots of good information to cover there. But I'm also really happy to see that some people are opening up in the comments saying hi. Mark saying hi. Oh, he's acknowledging me as the prince of real estate. Oh, cheers from Chicago. Oh man, I actually was once a resident of Aurora, just outside of Chicago area. Me and I guess Wayne from Wayne's World. So yep, definitely love it in Chicago. Weather's probably not too bad yet, but I want to give a shout out to all the snowbirds who are in our sphere right now. They might be starting to migrate right around now. If you've got a place already, great. Or if anyone is looking to kind of have a second snowbird nest in the Central Florida area near Disney, definitely reach out to us too. Might be getting a little cold, and like they say, my blood's kind of thinned out a bit since I moved from up north. I'm definitely a bit of a baby about the cold. But thanks for saying hi, Mark. And then JJ La Rochelle. Wanted to know more about biking in Central Florida? Yeah, I mean, guys, when the video ends, it's really just the beginning, with these shows. We have our phone numbers listed. That means we have access to you outside of our Friday time slot. We want to make ourselves available to you to, continue the conversation about the stuff we highlighted in the videos, explore some of these neighborhoods in depth, and definitely keep engaging with us in the comments here. Share your ideas for videos, share your greetings with us, share any topics or areas of Florida that you'd like us to highlight and maybe want to know a little bit more about. We're happy to create that for you in video format or in the discussion, or just speak to you give our realtor professional expertise one-on-one with you on our phone. So always available to speak to you in that capacity too. So if you want any more info there, definitely feel free to reach out. We're getting some questions about yoga and some good restaurants in the area. We could do a whole video on just that too. So that's a good idea. Yep, be in touch. Definitely pick my brain. Thanks for joining in to Near Disney. Engage with us as well by just hitting the subscribe button at the bottom. Helps us out big time as we continue to deliver this great content for you. And definitely streaming the magic like Kim talked about. There's a whole network of people getting out in the parks and live streaming areas that are of interest in Disney itself, not just near Disney. So thank you for tuning in. You guys are a blessing to us, and we want to keep being a blessing to you. Kim Hawk will be sitting back in this chair in the next time, so I'm just going to savor this last moment I have to be in the studio, and maybe my hair will be a little bit shorter the next time you see me. So have a great magical day.